Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Stories 2. And this one is going to be a super quick one, but I wanted to round up the information that came from TGS. Of course, if you guys saw my last video, you'll know that Capcom had a TGS livestream today, and during that, the primary focus I would say was of course on Monster Hunter Rise, because that game is of course coming out much sooner, and in that we got a new trailer with a few new gameplay clips, and of course tomorrow we have the full-blown gameplay, but at the end of that they also spoke a little bit about Stories 2, and while for the most part they are still keeping information pretty light because the game is further away, and of course it's it's an RPG, so there's heavy story in this game and they don't want to give away any of the story. They did say a couple of things about it, spoke about character customization and the fact there will be new weapons, so let's go over that. Of course, if you do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated, and of course if you want to stay up to date on all things Monster Hunter, whether that be Rise, Story, Iceborne or whatever, then you're in the right place. But anyway, that aside, what do we have so far? So of course, top level, stories, from what they said from the original trailer, begins with this mass disappearance of Rathalos, and you as the character, you as the kind of protagonist, you play as a descendant of a legendary rider. Now, during this live stream, they gave us a couple of names for these characters. So the legendary rider is called Red. You don't play as him, he's not the main protagonist, he is just your grandfather. So this is Red, and his partner or his monstie is called Ratha, who is, you guessed it, a Rathalos. Surprise, surprise. Of course, on top of that, we also got a name check for the Wyverian girl, who is called Enna, and they spoke about the fact that Wyverians have rather long lifespans, so, despite the fact that she has a connection with your grandfather, she's also around in your time. But she's also going to be incredibly important. They wouldn't say exactly why, but the fact that she is carrying an egg, and I'm sure she'll then pass that on to you, is probably going to be the kind of integral part of the story. However, the kind of most noteworthy things worth talking about are, of course, the customization stuff, because, if you play Stories 1, you'll know that character creation, character customization was, of course, a thing, and that is very much still present in Stories 2. They gave us this screenshot which shows 4 different character permutations, so you can kind of different design styles, and they have confirmed that character creation will still be coming back, and they also use this as an opportunity to speak about weapons. They said, of course, that hammer, greatsword, sword and shield, and hunting horn will once again be present, and if you guys played the original Stories, you'll know that it didn't have the 14 weapons that we know in the kind of main series games. It just had a small selection, which is, fair enough, because obviously it is just more of an RPG. It's more leaning on to actually using the monsters as your kind of weapons, so to speak, because obviously you fight with them and alongside them. But they did say there will be 2 additional weapons from the Monster Hunter series added into this game. So at least that'll bring the kind of grand total up to 6, which I'm incredibly excited for. On that point, let me know in the comments down below what 2 weapons you would like them to add. Obviously, as a fanboy, I want them to add the Charge Blade, and I will say, although I'm not necessarily a gunner player in Monster Hunter, I've always been much more a Blade Master. It would be quite nice to see some of the ranged weapons in this mix-up. So whether that be a bow, a light bowgun, a heavy bowgun, especially when you sort of see some of the over-the-top moves they've kind of done in the sort of mobile games that has that visual style, I think a ranged weapon is kind of one of the biggest omissions in this loadout. So seeing something like that would be very nice. But anyway, that to one side, that's pretty much all they gave us, so it's only going to be a quick video because there wasn't really much else they said. They did, however, say that tomorrow they do have their gameplay stream for Rise, and they said they'll speak a little bit more about Stories. At this stage, I don't imagine we're going to get a great amount of detail, but either way, I'll keep you guys posted nonetheless. But for the time being, that's it. If you missed my other video, make sure you check it out over on the channel because it takes a look at some new gameplay in Monster Hunter Rise. And make sure you keep it locked on the channel tomorrow for a juicy look at gameplay, because we're actually going to get a hands-on presentation. Not my hands-on. Unfortunately, I can't play it remotely, which is very sad. But they will be actually playing the game, so we'll see some HUD, we'll see some stuff like that. It's going to be exciting. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, you can join the Arekkz Gaming Discord. We've got an awesome community over there with so many different channels for you to chat loads of different topics and different games. I'm in there, the team's in there. If you guys want to chat with us, find people to play with, it's just in general a great place to be. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads.